Uh, this is 10-year-old Ardbeg. This is what we're known for. This is the whisky that is our biggest seller. It's been named the best whisky in the world in 2008. I'll just pour some. This whisky is made. Ardbeg has the smokiest peat content of all the whiskies. We look at around about 55 parts per million for all the whiskies. So the whisky, the malt that is used to make this whisky is at 55 ppm. Now in the glass it'll be around 18 to 20, which is just slightly more than half of what was in the Blasda. So you can see that the difference in the flavour is going to be quite intense this time. This is matured in 50% first fill and 50% second fill bourbon cask. Since Ardbeg was bought over in 1997, we have that wood policy going forward from it. So you can see the colour, again, is a sort of light golden colour. On the nose, much more pronounced in peat smoke this time, but it's not overpowering in smoke. Ardbeg has a sort of very sort of fruity, lemony, sort of lime nose to it at the front of it as well, so citrus notes there. And the smoke is quite subtle. A lot of this is to do is to the way we distill it. On our stills we have a purifier which adds complexity, so as well enough smoke we have lots of different other complex flavours in the whisky. Something that's also there is we're making whisky by the seaside, so we've got this sort of briny, salty note or sea note to the whisky as well. This is bottled at 46%, so a little bit of taste first before we add water. Sweet and salty on the tongue first. Explosion of smoke on the tongue, so that peat builds, gets very, very peppery, and at the back it's sort of coffee, espresso coffee, tobacco-y notes on a really big, long, intense finish on it. This will last forever. It's a really long finish. Yeah, a little bit of water. Cut this down. Takes it down a bit, maybe 4 or 5%. Sort of opens it up. I mean, more of that saltiness and the fruitiness really comes out of the spirit now compared to before. On the palate, again, that sweetness comes through, lots of lemon, limes, that citrusy note comes through it. A little bit of vanilla. There's also a bit of aniseed now there as well. It sort of really starts to open it up with a little bit of water. And on the finish, again, it builds slowly. A little bit of pepperiness in the tongue, and then the coffee, and the really strong tobacco-y flavour notes at the back. And again, the finish, it goes on for a long time. It will change over time. If you give it a little few minutes, it will change again. Try a little sip, again opens out and give you really much more flavour. So if you can drink this over a 5-10 minute period, you can see all the flavour changes and get the finish on the tongue and on the palate.